Hey guys, how are you doing? It's been a pretty great day today. We painted outside and we had to use face masks and gloves and um, we took them off and our hands were soaked with sweat and the face masks had sweat dripping off of them. It was absolutely disgusting, but really cool because Movies at the Cove is coming, and we are going to talk about it all the time because it's exciting. Um, it's when people who've never been to the Cove come to the Cove for the first time. It's when people who have been coming to the Cove and they know that there's something there, but they don't know Jesus, and then they have been there for 3 years and finally experience Jesus for the first time. So the sweat, the hard work, the painting, and the heat is all worth it. It's all worth it. And something else that's worth it um, is serving these kids during that time. And it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. So, a challenge for you guys. We've talked about it a little bit, but we are growing. We talked about it in our VIPs this past weekend, and we talked about how many more people we need to be in ratios. So, for Movies at the Cove, a lot of people are going to be coming in. So, we need more hands. We need more people to come and experience what we get to experience all the time. So, my challenge for you is to at least bring one person with you to serve. Um, it doesn't matter if it's your daughter or your parent or your aunt or your uncle. Obviously, in order for them to be a leader, something that is a requirement for a leader is that they, one, believe in Jesus, and two, that they are attending a service. But you guys, bring people in, make it a priority, make it something that you're going to commit to doing. Let them test drive before Movies at the Cove, and then just say, hey, come try this out during this time. It's 3 weeks. Maybe they'll do 3 weeks and decide it's not something they want to do, but maybe it's something that they realize that they love. So I just encourage you to do that. It's June, which is crazy. So below are the schedules for June. We have a lot of new people coming in. So if you see somebody new, make sure that you give them a high five, introduce yourself, and tell them why you love Cove Kids. All last month in our VIPs, we talked about the four-legged stool. And so I wanted to kind of round that out and just follow back up with you guys. The four-legged stool is so important because, if you have a four-legged stool and you take one of them off, you might still be able to sit on that stool. It might still be functioning. It might still work. And it might be a little wobbly, but what we often forget is that when it becomes wobbly, when we take one of those out, there becomes more pressure that for those three legs to hold up one like you. And so if you take one of those off, it may not seem like it's that wobbly, but you are actually putting more weight on those other three things to get you by. And so, we see it a lot where maybe somebody just gets discouraged and they stopped attending service. And so, service, you're still getting filled out by your life group and you're still doing your quiet time. And then you kind of go a little bit and you start realizing, oh, I'm missing something. I need to be back in service. Or maybe, like me, I struggle with quiet time. And so maybe it's that. And that's that daily time spent with God that we allow Him to use His Word to speak to us. And so when we forget those things, it's important to not get discouraged, but to pick it back up. put the leg back on the stool and keep on going. So I just really wanted to encourage you guys that that the four-legged stool is possible, and it's practical, and it's something that you can do to make sure that you are growing spiritually. And um, and also that if you miss one of the legs, or you mess up, or you do something, it's okay. It's all right, because we all do that. Just put it back on, and don't be discouraged, and keep going. Um, I love you guys. You're awesome. This is the first week of June. It's going to be great. And the last week of June is Movies at the Cove. So let's get prepared. I can't wait to see you all this weekend.